Hello again. So I need to turn on my mic. So welcome back to the qualifying for the ERF Nürburgring 24-hour. So we are just a couple of seconds away from that important qualifying session. Or is it that important? I don't know. Definitely an exciting qualifying session. And I'm not alone for this one. So owner, driver of Inferno Motorsport is with me. Welcome, Jaden. Good evening.
Thank you very much, Jager. And yes, tonight it's going to be a special one to join the last one of ERF, and especially with qualifying at high speeds.
High speeds.
At the absolute limit
Yeah.
of the Nürburgring. This is going to be a special one and good one. I love it to join you. Thank you very much for having me, man.
Yeah. And also that attention, and like you just have two flying laps, so it's so easy, and to make a little mistake. And what is the mindset then going into these qualifying sessions? So as usual, we have like qualifying 1 and Superpole, so top 7 get into the next session to the Superpole and have to do it all over again. But what is the mindset to get your car into the top 7? Go for a banker lap, or floor it on the first lap and don't care about the second?
Oh, that's going to be a difficult one to really, I've noticed that when you drive over here, that you'll have to go for the first lap, definitely, because your tires are the best, even though you have a little bit more fuel in the car because it's fully fueled. No, half fueled. Sorry, excuse me. That fresh tire gives you the best benefit.
It is. So now, ooh, someone braked too late. I knew it. The idea was everyone would stop at the correct time, and someone is not starting at all. We see people being ghosted. Oh, game.
Restart.
What are you doing? This Drift King is not moving. So what are we doing here? If you're wondering, if you haven't watched us, custom BOP check in place. So it's a BOP per car based on power and weight. So for every car there's a different setting, and we need to ensure that people are running the correct specs. So before the session starts, you will need to grab a screenshot. So present this to us and we check if it's okay to run. And usually we do an in-lap, park into the pits, and then everyone can send the screenshots. But because this track is so long and you have to do a complete lap around here, would take way too much time.
Exactly.
That's why it is before turn 1. Drivers should stop, hit the handbrake so the cars won't be moving, and then send their proof of the EOP to race control.
Yeah, this is one of the moments you can see the eagerness of everybody, that they want to go and do not want to stop. And they want to get in front of each other or just as close as possible. And just before qualifying, you want to go. And that excitement, you can't hold it back.
So you will say, let me drive now. I've waited for so long. I mean, we have quite a late qualifying session today as well. So usually we are at least 1.5 hours, maybe 2 hours earlier with the qualifying. But today we went like for a later time, so we could have an awesome support race before that. So now we see the drivers on the actual out lap. So BOP check is done. So the session is green. Oh, we see the car. So setup for this one. Oops, 25 minutes in total. So This means outlap, 2 flying laps. It's racing soft tires, I think, for most of the teams. And we start with 50 liters in the fuel tank for that one. So the cars are not that heavy. And as always, it's heavy.
That light.
Or that light, or whatever. It still could be worse, like a full tank, whatever.
True.
Sometimes the car feels better on a full tank, maybe with the balance, the weight in the car. But yeah, heavy damage as always in ERF events. It is ×1 tire wear and fuel consumption. The refuel rate shouldn't matter today, so if someone will pit, it shouldn't be that crucial. So let's have a look at the car. So there was a little bit of contact when bunching up. Let's see if someone got damaged. That would be bit of a shame, but they could still recover, like going in, fix the damage, and then just have 1 flying lap left instead of 2. But yeah.
See, everybody's fighting for position.
Yeah, already. I mean, we said like no racing on the outlap. Respect the driving standards and stuff like that. Yeah. So it looks okay for now. No one has damage, so that is a big relief, at least for me. So I don't have. I'm not involved as a team manager for any of those teams. I'm really like here Switzerland in ERF, so I'm completely neutral. so that's why.
That's good.
Yeah. I mean, others have a bit of bias maybe towards one of the other teams because they are involved.
I got no idea.
No.
What do you mean?
No?
No, not at all. None.
0. Okay, that's nice. Nice to hear.
No.
So yeah, then let's go to your gyro then. So what can you give us a little bit of insight on Kevin for your team? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's originally from Hong Kong and is one of the top drivers of P1R.
I knew this
Drives
name.
for us. Yeah, and he drives for us as well.
Nice.
And especially for this 24-hour race, he loves endurance races, and he's one of the top guys on the Nürburgring. I know I can drive pretty well over there, and some other guys as well, but yeah, he's a special breed for the Nürburgring, and he loves the Nürburgring to death. And he's driven, I think, 3 or 4 24 events as well already.
So your voice is again a bit too low, so I need to bring up a little. Maybe I get closer.
Maybe I can maybe I can move my mic a bit.
That's better on my ears now. Yeah, that's louder. I think that's better. That's good. Yeah. So Kevin. So yeah. So I know him because P1R. He's competing like in my team versus team event league for P1R. Kevin Gran Turismo here is his name. And, okay, so yeah, he has a Dutch flag. And,
that's it.
Okay, that's it. Hey, Kevin. Okay, so, and you're driving that lovely McLaren 650S car.
Yeah.
So you feel confident in that one to push?
I feel confident because we've worked a lot on the setup, and Kevin has worked as well a lot on the setup, and he's good with that. He's always practicing to find out the best setup, but to feel especially confident, because that's the key part on the Nürburgring.
Mm-hmm.
If you have no confidence in the car, yeah, you can forget it. You can be quick in qualifying to have a qualifying setup, but to have a good car setup for the full race, that is the main key on the Nürburgring. You have to feel the car, and you have to have confidence when you're steering, it doesn't snap.
Yeah. That is true. So still close racing here going on that outlap. So when we had the planning phase for that N24, I had an idea to run it like the actual qualifying session they do in 2 weeks time, I think, when we see the Nürburgring 24 happening, so that qualifying 1, qualifying 2, where we have like cars getting released every 30 seconds, so with a gap, so they can have their clean run, because usually in real life with multi-class and everything going on, you rarely get a clean lap. So this is why everyone is eager to compete in those qualifying sessions 1 and 2. So to get like the track for yourself, and this is like something you really want to enjoy. And here we have close racing or driving currently happening for some of the drivers. So good thing is for the AMS crew here with Windfire, one of the top drivers in ERF. He's a World Tour driver. I think we will see him probably on one of the live events as well this year.
Yeah, he's so quick. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Windfire is so quick, it's beyond. Yeah. He's mind-boggling quick. It's ridiculous, and he shouldn't compete in this.
No? Wait for the other drivers. This Apex Motorsports team is like crazy.
Yeah, AMS is so quick. You got the American team, the Canadian team, and of course the Canadian team has Dude as well. My God, these guys are way too quick. And yeah,
also a former World Tour driver on the Canadian team with Andrew Brooks. Yeah, that's Steph's son. Maybe you've heard that name as well. So talent. Yep.
Oh, now I got it. That's Steph's son. Now I get it why he's so quick. Okay.
Yeah.
I've been to the World Tours. It's been twice to Amsterdam, so I know.
A couple use.
And I've been there as well, so I know who he is. Wow.
Nice one. All right, so we are starting now with the flying laps. So Windfire is already on the GP track for his flying lap, 25 seconds in. And next up, it is the Tavanello Racing crew, another AMG, the number 6, with Fresh, also a veteran in ERF, so many races, quick driver. Then for TDR we have Mohata, also one of the fastest drivers out there. I haven't seen him that much recently in the game, but maybe he did other leagues and stuff. But yeah, someone to have an eye on, definitely. And for the Finnish teams, the 67 and 66. 67 we have Cookies in that BMW and the Shadow in that 66. Also crazy, the Shadow did literally like 1.5 hours ago a qualifying session for another endurance race that's happening over this weekend. So jumping from qualifying to qualifying. So maybe they also have double, triple shifts that weekend happening. So here you go. Then we have Lugi for the second TDR team. Another AMG out on track. AMG looks to be a very strong car, competitive car at the ring. And we have one of the two Spider GT racing entries, but just one made it through pre-qualifying session. So yeah, pre-qualifying session, 25 teams entered. We just have room for 14. So that's why we had to run a pre-qualifying session, and those are the 14 teams that made it through that session and made the grid. So it's the Lexus, the only Lexus here on the grid for the race. And it's the Italian team, Nissan. Ooh, bit of grass for Nucaria in that 16 car. One of the pleasant surprises, I'd say, GTMA. So they competed last year in ERF and then had a big break and didn't make, I think, 2 races the cut. Good to see the Morocco-based team with us again here in a bit of a throwback livery for what I've learned here. That Castrol late 70s whatever design looks nice on that. I nearly said new BMW. It's still an old one. Come on, Gran Turismo, get your act together and give us a modern M4 GT3 car, please. True.
Agreed.
So then Drift King for Apex Motorsports Canada. Another McLaren, so also this was like a very interesting choice. If you have a look at the bottom graphics here on the overlay, it's the 23 that's the championship leaders, and if you look at the very bottom, it still says Nismo, so they competed in the Nismo for the season, and they did a very, very last minute change to the McLaren before the pre-qualifying session. They made the cut, so now they run with that McLaren for the event. So then there's the car we don't want to see. No, sorry. That's Inferno Motorsport, the 27 McLaren with Kevin. Yeah, we heard a little bit the background story as well. Oh, yellow flag on the outlet. That could be damage for one of the cars. Oh no, that's the Nismo, the 16. So not ideal, definitely to.
That's gonna be painful.
So we have to do probably in-lap, out-lap, and then just get one flyer. Let's have a look at LMP, Legendary Motorsport Performance, the German team with Mojo. So great name. Hey, Nismo.
Moyo.
Moyo. Oh yeah. Green and
great livery.
Yeah, green and black. The green hell, brilliant. Definitely like have it. So we saw that car already. Then Feel Good Racing, also for their first race in the GT Challenge. So they had their debut on the Le Mans Classic 24 we did last time here. Probably you can also remember Group C cars at Le Mans. Crazy race. If you haven't watched it, it's just 25 hours probably. So easy.
No, brilliant race as well. Absolutely amazing. Watch it back if you get the time, and if not, look at some highlights.
Yeah,
because it's absolutely brilliant.
It was nice looking grid as well, yeah. And then the 14th car, it is Nexus Racing with an Australian driver, Ferrari Pro. All right, here we go in another BMW. So those are our 14 cars, and then let's go back to Windfire, the 24. Already coming towards the end of the lap into Schwalbenschwanz. We go. Coming out of it, Kleine Karussell, no drama by the looks, good speed, and just one crucial corner. No, I don't think so. The final chicane is also a bit tricky if you overshoot it, but whoa, Committed took that speed, no lift. Whoa, you need it.
7-11, my god, what a time.
7-11 split, so that tells us it will be a sub 8 minute.
for sure, definitely. If he doesn't mess up the last chicane, he will be, I think, about 785, or maybe 57. Oh, sorry, 57. Sorry, I mess up the
it's
numbers, but
difficult.
57?
Yeah, I love my Germans.
I think 57.
You call a 57, I call a 56, 55 maybe even. Oh, that was close.
56. Okay. Fair enough.
Fresh
Wow,
with a
wow.
58.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, fast times already. Mohata as well with a 55. Incoming. Whoa, 55.3. Look at that. Also,
My
Cookies also with a sub 8 minute. It's not stopping people. It's a 55. No, a 54.8.
My goodness.
So, oh, this will be the first slow lap.
These
A
times.
58 maybe. Come on, guys. Really? You're not serious here. Luki all with a 57. So we have 6 cars all
My
sub
dear.
8 minute. Oh, an 8 minute flat for
8
a Spider GT. What about Drift King goes 758.
I think Inferno
803.
Motorsport is going to disappoint you.
802 currently. That's probably outside of the top 7 if you want to make it to Superpole. And 801 for LMP. What about Feel Good Racing? Sub 8 minute incoming as well. 57 for Matti. Whoa.
Wow, these laps.
These laps, yeah.
This is
Oh,
beyond.
and Lucaria stayed out, didn't fix the damage. That might have been a mistake. Is it? Oh no, there's no there's no time actually. I just saw we are already 20 minutes in. 20.
Yellow flag. Who spun out? Did something?
Mohata spun out.
Ooh, somebody on the side of the
Yeah.
track.
So
Yeah.
well, let's have a look at those lap times. So 56.1. A 58.2. A 54.8. A 58.6.
What the?
So
Sorry.
a 57. So the top 5. Also the top 5 fastest laps. An 8 minute flat for the 49. A 7:58. So that's 6 sub 8 minute. And it looks like that the 8 minute flat is the cutoff time for P7, if I'm not mistaken. An 8:03 for GTMA, an 8:02.9 for Inferno Motorsport, an 8:01.3 for LMP. Oh, Matti, I forgot Matti. So it's actually sub 8 minute cutoff time, 7:58 currently, I think. You have to beat. What about Nexus? An 8 minute 10. So nope, that's not good enough. And oh, Mohata as well in a 7:55. So no, we have a 7:57
Wow.
maybe as a cutoff time. So, wow.
He doesn't want to improve anymore. He knows this is the best I can do. Never mind.
I mean, you don't have to put it on pole in the first session. You have still Superpole with the top 7, and I'm pretty sure he will say with a 55.3, he will then get into the top 7. I think that's the
True.
second fastest.
True,
I think.
but true. Still, if you know you've done enough, you know the first
Yeah.
lap is going to be the best lap. If you've done it all, and after that you can try to improve, but you can see it in Windfire as well. You're not going to improve because your tires are gone. Unless you did a beep lap,
Yeah.
then you know you can improve, but further you can't.
Yeah, it's a valid point. So you don't see the tire wear on the broadcast. We have access to it, and yeah, it's the soft tires, and they're probably at this stage 20% wear on them. So seeing the best probably on that first flying lap, but it might still be the fuel is coming down, so it might level still. But it's probably hard to improve on that second lap. Even talking about that, it's a half a second up on personal and the fastest lap so far. So yeah, don't.
What are you doing, Cookers? Don't prove me wrong.
Oh,
Stop it.
That was a tank slapper. Yeah, that happened. So probably lost that time now.
A huge wiggle over there from Cookers.
Yeah. I mean, it was a bit of a power section heading into Bergwerk. Yeah, so again, but I just had a look at the speed. It's crazy. It's still 4/10.
Wow. Come on, do it.
Huh? I mean, we heard definitely rumors in the Discord chat that 753s, maybe high 52s, are possible if you nail that lap.
What?
What? Yeah.
That's impossible, man. No. Just no. Don't do that.
You have to show your pace at some point, right? Sandbags
True, but
need to go out of the car.
But my God.
No
if you could
improvement
do
for
that-
Windfire. Okay. Yeah, I mean, talent definitely there for many of the teams and drivers.
Too white. Full fresh over there.
Half a second, probably also no improvement. So let's go with Cookies. Can he stay on track for an improvement? Wow, that's like using all of the track. I lost him a little bit.
And now your tires are gonna cook. The last part is all about steering.
Oh, that is too close probably for Lugi now behind Shadow, but Shadow just a 1/1000th of a second behind his personal best. So he's not slow at all, but Lugi might be up there for a massive run, caught up with the Shadow. And so we have now 3 minutes overrun. Well, it should be enough for most of the teams to get that lap still in. So Lugi, yeah, personal best, 3/10. Not sure if it's actually needed, but this could be roundabout the cut-off time, 7:57, 7:58, something like that, I reckon. And if he could get,
He's doing perfectly.
yeah,
The slipstream.
yeah,
It's difficult in the dirty air,
to this,
especially around this section. And now he can benefit after these couple of corners.
That's
on
it.
the long straight.
that's it. Even if you lose a little bit here, you might get just that extra bit of speed with the toe down the Döttinger Höhe. But yeah, the risk is high. Oh, and then
Oh yeah.
you don't want to do it.
no,
No,
he
he
cannot
has to
benefit.
back out. No,
Yeah.
not ideal for both of the drivers. Now a little mistake for Shadow.
Better to bump draft on the straight right now, because then you can benefit. Don't overtake.
What's
bump
it? Yeah,
draft.
3/10.
It's gonna be faster.
The initial bump would help, and then go for the move before Bielstein. Yeah, that could be. So Windfire finish didn't improve, but will pretty sure make the top 7. And no, look at that BMW that has some legs.
Wow.
Stays in front.
Wow.
The Cookies also didn't look like an improvement, but we will go through the lap times. Pretty sure they are still on a hot lap. Improvement for Lugi? Nah, not quite. Shadow also didn't improve. Cookies was close, 55.3. Fresh and 805. Whereas Drift King, that's on the edge of elimination. 57.3. That's a nice improvement for the championship leaders. So GTMA with GTX didn't improve outside of that top 7. LMP with that 8 flat as well.
8/10.
Where's Kevin? No, too slow on that lap. Where's Kevin? Too slow on that lap as well. 8:21 already. That's Ferrari Pro as well, 750 as damage. I also won't be able to complete that lap. Ghosted as well, and Mohata parked it early on, so this means
He's gonna make it.
yeah, but no improvements from those drivers. So yeah, but impressive speed. I mean, we have 8 teams sub 8 minute again, and this was also crazy to see in that pre-qualifying session. So tough competition, and so far the fastest lap 7:54.8.
Wow, well, imagine this. You're fast, you got the car, but how to do this over 25.3 kilometers straight with every single corner you have to manage. This is ridiculous what kind of pace you can set in qualifying if you nail this. This is simply a victory on its own if you can do this. This is berserk. Wow.
Must feel very, very satisfying if you string that lap together. Like definitely. So yeah, tough. All right, so let's have a look at our race results. Qualifying session number 1. So we already see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars with a sub 8 minute, and the 8 minutes and above, they won't make it into the top 7. So on the second page, we probably see another sub 8 minute, 2 of them. So Mohata with a 55 and a 57. So we have to go back to the first page and see that 58. I think that 58.6 shadow, that wasn't good enough. So 58.2 for Fresh was the cutoff time for Superpole.
Wow. So 58.6 is the cutoff.
But that wasn't enough. No, 0.2 was like P7. The shadow in that with that 58.6 is P8 with that time. Crazy stuff, right? Also like you do an 8 minute and you're starting P10 or whatever. Yeah, it's like
that's beyond. It's just beyond. Seriously.
Yeah, true. All right, so now we will have a short intermission. So the bottom 7 leave. Probably we will also get a lobby reset. Pretty sure. And then the top 7, they're doing it all over again. And this time it's for the actual pole position. So can they repeat it once more?
Let's hope. Let's see, because this is outrageous if they can do it first of all again. But let's see if they can even go quicker than this. Because right now we had a 54. What was that again?
So 54.8 was that time. That's definitely the target time, the reference now. If you want to compete for pole position, and I'm pretty sure there are 3-4 teams that have an eye on that prestigious P1, even if it's probably doesn't really matter that much for a 24-hour race. Still, it looks good, and I think also in the real event, there's an actual trophy for it, that Clickenhouse trophy you get awarded for putting it on pole, so definitely something to race for. All right.
54.8 is absolutely ridiculous. I know it can be done, but do it in qualifying, under pressure, when it's needed. That is something special. And to do it again in Superpole.
Yeah.
Wow.
But this was just the warm-up. like the
Mm.
hors d'oeuvre. Oh, this is French, so I could. There's definitely a German word for it, so I can. I would probably say that with a little bit of an accent because this is from my local region. So this was the Anschmeckerle. Sounds cute, right?
And I know it
Amusge.
in Dutch as well for all
Okay.
of you. It was just the opwarming.
Yeah, something like that. So opening, start, everything.
Mhm.
So lobby reset.
Oh, preheating. You can say it like
The
that if you want to say
preheating.
it in Dutch from English or
Okay.
to English. Yeah, just the preheating, and now we're gonna get the heat.
Bring the heat. Okay. That's that's nice. So while we are resetting the lobby, um, I will give now a big shout out to Nick from GT Finland Racers. He provided us with an kind of dynamic bottom part overlay. So it is crazy. So I can now switch it with a Google Sheet and do something different. So if I press this thing, then we should see the AM teams currently appearing on that thing. If I again, we see the overall standings. And we will have like the live positions ready for the event tomorrow. So we have the top three constantly being updated.
Mm.
And so also with current drivers in the car, whatever. So shout out to Nick. What a great thing to give us
Wow.
for the stream. So
Yeah, shout out to Nick. Thanks.
I wanted to race in this so bad.
Yeah,
Yes,
he didn't make the
plenty,
cut.
plenty teams did that. Yeah, I mean, again, it's. I mean, we we hate to see it that we have to exclude interested teams from competing in those events, but don't blame the organizers, blame the game because like 16 spots in a lobby is just like unacceptable in 2025. So
Yeah,
we would love to
Gran
have big
Turismo should
grids.
just
Yeah.
up it to 20.
That's the bare minimum. Even 20 is
But
like.
that's Gran Turismo. Yeah.
I mean, if you look at other games like on PC, they have like 50, 60, 100 car grids on this track.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. So
True.
part two, Superpole is the top seven
Oh
now.
dear.
And yeah, look at those drivers: Windfire, Mohata, Drift King, Fresh, Cookies, Lugi, Matti. The seven drivers for the teams. That is Apex Motorsports USA. That is TDR 1 and 2 with Mohata and Lugi. We have also Apex Motorsports USA. We have Tavanello Racing and we have GT Finland Racers in the 67. And the seventh team is Feel Good Racing. So I think some well-known teams endurance league scene.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
here we go.
And these guys are the fastest. We know, of course, Cookies is going to cook it again. And we know that Mohata and Windfire are going to be. Yeah, I think those three are going to be the top contenders. Drift King as well, but.
I mean, they're
yeah,
not.
yeah. They're all way too quick. But still, if I have to pick, and if I have to choose someone, it's going to be Windfire, Mohata, or yeah, Cookies. Yeah, those three. Those three are going to be my favorites if they don't mess it up. So this one, Cookies.
So you have cookies, like is your your favorite. You have a...
Yeah, but it's the BMW
It's the BMW.
in his hands. Yeah, definitely. BMW is going to be the best on the Nürburgring, and especially if you know how to drive it. Good setup. You can smash it. Yeah, for sure.
So I would probably go with Windfire. He
Yeah.
set the fastest lap in pre-qualifying. So
True.
definitely someone to watch. Oh, it's also BMW versus Mercedes AMG. So what do we have? We have an AMG. We have another AMG. We have a McLaren. Oh, the session is green already. That was a short check. Just 7 cars, of course. An AMG, BMW, AMG, BMW. Okay. So you might get a feeling that BMW and AMG are strong here with that odd McLaren. I mean, it is a 3 versus 3 against 1. So.
Well, we must say that the Canadian team of AMS with the McLaren did an amazing job, because Inferno drives with the McLaren as well, but didn't make it, and by far not make it. So they did an amazing job to get it into Superpole, and that's amazing.
And also
against these Mercedes and BMWs.
Yeah. And also you have to consider, like, they literally had 2 hours before pre-qualifying when they decided to change the car from Nissan to McLaren. So probably not the best setup on the car there as well. So they just had to make it somehow into the event, and now had another week to prepare that car and get the best setup for the race and the qualifying. So I'm pretty sure people will be running 2 different setups for qualifying and for the race tomorrow.
Yeah, agreed. And yeah, as you said, cap off how they did that. Absolutely amazing.
And they have one of the tuning gods of Gran Turismo in their team with the dude, so definitely knows the basics around suspension and differential, how to position the ballast, the downforce settings to get a good and drivable, fast car, and then maybe in the end just tweak it a little bit here and there with the toe angle, in the end with the gearbox adjustments, whatever. So
yeah, to clarify that a little bit, is that there is, of course, minimum horsepower or the maximum horsepower you can use per car, set by Philo and Entertainment, is it?
Engineering, but he's
engineering.
He's also entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely entertaining in the Classic Le Mans, definitely. But okay, never mind. But yeah, Philo Engineering set up the maximum horsepower and put the weight on the cars to make them even closer. If you want to set up the car, because there is a custom setup, you can set whatever you want on spring ratio, damper compression, your differential, doesn't matter. You can set it up however you want and how you feel good with the car. And that's what you can do, but there has to be a sort of balance of performance with that. And that's the most beautiful thing about this.
I mean, it is tough to, I think, to balance those cars over an 8-minute lap. That is, it's hard, and then also you have to consider and take into account the tire wear and the fuel consumption differences with those cars. So this was a bit of a controversy, because the Nissan got a bit of a nerve just before the pre-qualifying, because it was basically too good with the fuel and the tires, so it gained a little bit of weight. So But yeah, I mean,
We don't have to speak about that anymore.
no,
That's done and dusted.
there's
But
discussions everywhere with BOP, and someone is happy, someone is not happy. This is how the game is played, and let's.
yeah, but it's really good to see that you get all the freedom in setting up the car how you want it. But there are limits in what you can put out with the car with performance in horsepower and weight. And that means it's nearly leveled, and it's all about how you want the car to behave and how you want to set it up. And that's beautiful to see about this setup with ERF. I really love it. I really love it.
It's definitely one of the unique selling points that here with a custom BOP and full setup. If you have someone in your team that knows how to tweak the cars, then you love it. If you don't have that guy, you're probably like, meh. But yeah, this is also part of the challenge itself. So of course you need to have drivers that can drive the cars like around this track, and they are fast and consistent. But then you also have to have the setup guys, the race engineers, the strategy guys, whatever. So it's really a big team effort then to go into those races.
You got to have it all. So you need to figure out, as you said, the strategy. Right now, of course, we're watching qualifying, but if we're going to talk about the race tomorrow, you know, it's going to be all about strategy. And ERF even has the safety cars.
That could screw your strategy. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, rain can be in it, and your setup of the car can be wrong, and there are so many factors you have to implement in your strategy, and first of all, your preparation. Yeah, it's perfectly organized, and it's a shame it's gonna stop, because this is beyond. It's beyond. We love these kind of things, and I think everybody hates it that it's gonna stop. But let's focus on qualifying right now.
Yeah.
Windfire is gonna come out one of the sort of last corners on the Tourewagen.
Exactly.
It's difficult for me to say.
Getting
German,
ready for it.
Still.
So yeah, we have plenty of time to then grieve and moan about when the race is over on a Sunday afternoon. So we will probably share some tears and some good memories, definitely, when this is over. But yeah, let's focus on the Superpole. So last time going not in full speed, still warming up the tires by the looks. Don't know if this actually needed. But here we go then, Windfire coming into Tiergarten and then into the final chicane, Hohenrhein with the name. And then we go on board with the American driver. He starts that lap now, coming past the pit entry, crosses the line now, and here we go. Let's enjoy the roller coaster ride into the right left, so we don't go into the AMG arena section for the N24 layout. We skip that a little bit and now continue on the GP track. So far a smooth start to the lap. Oh, that was a bit wide. Maybe touched that gravel, but didn't lose too much time, I reckon. Braking for the hairpin at the bottom of the GP track, and now it's uphill. Will we see flat out Michael Schumacher S? Yep, we did. So it's the first time, so we don't get any reference about split times, sector times, whatever. So we just enjoy the driving, I reckon. 1 minute 10.8. So maybe that's something we can keep in mind.
That's fast.
That's fast already. Okay, you heard it from a driver. You need to have those markers to track some of it. Starting now on the right on the Nordschleife. Here we go. So good conditions for the qualifying session. That's something positive. I think don't have to worry about rain or whatever. We've had a bit too much over the curb. I think would have carried a bit more speed out of Hatzenbach. It's easier said than done, of course. I'm just sitting here in my rig and watching. Maybe I should turn my wheel out and pretend I'm driving this. Let's see, Flugplatz. It was flat in pre-quali. Oh, it is a little lift on the entry. Okay, maybe a different setup. And needed a bit less downforce maybe. I don't know. I think I saw it flat in pre-quali.
Yeah, it can be done flat if you hit the curb on the inside.
Oh, that was more than 280 kph before the kink at Schwedenkreuz. It's fast. We are not used to see these speeds in the in-game Group 3 BOP. That has been nerfed quite a bit. So nice to see those higher speeds. Out of Foxhole we go. Adenauer Forst. Nice, steady. Into one of the slowest turns. Come out of it using the exit curve probably. Oh yeah, wanted to go onto it. Didn't look that smooth. 3 minute 10. A sub 8 minute definitely at this stage.
Keep the inside, don't get too wide.
Yeah.
Don't slide over here, it's easily done. Dip into the dippers, and that's a double right-hander for me. And then go onto the curb exactly, and then you get beef buff.
Flat. Let's go to miss hit miss. Let's see, third gear or rotation, I think. More than 200 kph on the exit of that triple right into the slowest corner of the track. There siphon, and we go downhill towards Breitscheid over the bridge. See tight line as well. Corner crucial uphill right Exmühle. That curb can be tricky if it's a bit wet and if that car is tail happy. I'm looking at the BMW here, especially if you accelerate on this curb. Might get tricky now. Important run out of Bergwerk for the uphill section. Good speed, 170 on the exit. So now it's the long run uphill. It doesn't look that steep, but I heard in real life it is mighty steep. You making.
I've been there.
Okay.
I wanna fill in for you. I've been there 3 times. I've driven that 3 times. It is absolutely ridiculously more uphill than you think. Quick right-hander right now. This is crucial for your lap. Oh, don't go too wide. Ooh, okay, still hold it together, but it's up to you again. There you go.
So we go towards the carousel, so the old Steilstrecke on the left-hand side, and now we approach one of the most famous sections on the Nordschleife, that concrete cambered corner, and we go past the 14 kilometers mark and approaching the driver's favorite section. This one is so technical and fast-flowing. Hohe Acht, the highest part on the track, will be reached now here at Hedwigshöhe, and now into the next left, Wippermann it is called. Go over the curbs, carry the speed. Wow, look at that. Great to see. Down a gear into the fan party area. You see the campsite downhill. Brünnchen. We smell the barbecue, we hear the party sounds here, and then we leave Brünnchen, YouTuber's Corner, no drama at all. And uphill, Eiskurve, yeah, a bit of a wiggle, it tries to straight line that car into one of also a great section, Pflanzgarten with a little jump hill, boom, brake, right, back onto the power, and then left, stay on the throttle, leave Pflanzgarten. There was a little jump, it is not one anymore, maybe a tire lift with the front tires into Stefan Bellow as we go flat out, 270 kph, nearly approaching Schwalbenschwanz, the fast right-hander into the left, also a second party area here, the campsite on the inside. We leave that section with Mini Karussell or Kleine Karussell in German, and now we go to the double right-hander Galgenkopf, so important, you can easily mess it up, run too wide onto the grass, or here, touch the barrier, whoa, that was commitment, and now it's time to breathe, getting away, long straight.
Wow, perfectly described, there you go. That's the intention when you get over there. Constantly going left, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left. Oh, and absolutely on the limit from Windfire. But I think Mohata is quick as well behind it. Yeah, a lot of them are really quick. We have to see those times. And we're going to go into the last chicane.
55, maybe.
Again, Jaeger.
55, I don't know. Happening, 54, maybe high 54, 55 incoming. I don't know, it's crossing that line. It should be 3 seconds-ish, less than. Oh, 56 too.
Yeah.
So 54 for Mohata, great lap. Lugi couldn't keep up with his teammate. It's an 8 minute roughly. 79. What about Drift King? That looks quick as well. 57, 56. 56.
McLaren.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cookies again. That looks fast. That looks fast. That is a 54. That is a 54. Pretty sure maybe a 53 even. 53.693 cookies.
No!
You must be
joking. You gotta be kidding.
Wow. Fresh.
That's
57.
Ridiculous.
And here comes Matty also. Again a sub 8 minute. 57.
Oh, this is beyond.
Wow.
This is beyond 53s. What the hell did he eat for breakfast?
But
what did he do? Tell me your routine.
you had a good call with cookies. 753.6. What the hell? So let's have a look at those lap times. So Mohata with a 54.1. Windfire had a moment, 6 seconds, so he won't be improving. So that's a 56.2 for the 24 car. That's not pole position. So that is, he can basically stop. I think he won't be improving on that. So 56.2 will be the lap time for D24. The number one, half a second purple for Mohata. It's not over. It's not over. He has a 54.1, half a second. So Mohata is cooking. Cookies was cooking as well. But let's see. Through Hatzenbach, yeah, tidy lines, good speed. And then we see the next. Oh, and Windfire spun it. Yeah. So green flag already. So hopefully didn't impede Lugi too much. Still nearly 4 times up Mohata. So where is Lugi? He has a 59.5. I think that's currently P7.
P8?
I don't know.
P7. Okay. Oh, sorry, P8. P7.
Yeah, 56 here, 56, 57, 57. Yeah, so Lugi with that 59, currently P7. But we'll watch Mohata, and he was purple half a second. We see the next split, 2/10, lost a little bit. Now, but it's still a long way to go. Under 3 minutes into that lap.
Be the deficit of the tires that not going to work anymore. The tires are gonna be worse and worse and worse, and they're gonna heat up, and they're 1/3 gone, especially the left front, and that's gonna be the most difficult part of this track. You're still 2/10 purple, and we want to give you hope.
Yep.
But I'm just telling you, as a driver, I know it's gonna be more difficult and more difficult during the lap. But yeah, do it. Please do it. Please improve. Make us say, yeah, we're wrong.
Yeah, prove us wrong.
it.
Yeah. We have no clue. Or so. I mean, it's still like it's halfway through the lap, so still a long way to go. And one little mistake and the thing is going the other way. From 2 to nearly 4/10. So great setup. I'm pretty sure that is a Philo special on that GTR car.
He gets extra pepper of that purple he sees. I know for sure. When you see purple, you want to go faster, even faster.
Yeah, next split.
Here
What
he
is
comes.
it? Yeah, lost a little bit again. Still purple. So let's have a look
It's
at
up and down.
what's Lugi up to. Half a second down on his lap. Here comes the provisional pole setter, Cookies. Will this 53.6 be enough for pole? Wait for it. 3 seconds down. Nope, no improvement. Fresh. Half a second down as well. We saw Windfire with a couple of mistakes, so you won't be improving on that one. Let's have a look at Mati, who is, I think that's second row. Possible for Feel Good Racing, but at lap time 8 seconds down, so won't be improving. And Drift King with damage, so it's basically just Wahata that is on a real fast lap on the second one. We saw purple.
Here he comes after this one.
Let's give him the spotlight.
Oh
no! That's it.
We've seen it. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, absolutely on the limit, pushing it all the way. My God.
Still a great lap.
That
so
was
far.
a Brown moment.
Yeah.
Coat Brown.
Well, yeah, maybe the tires. Yeah, as you mentioned, maybe they're just too hard now and couldn't like deliver the grip.
Yeah, that overheat.
Yeah,
I know. At a certain point, when you push the car a bit too far, especially on the front, it starts to overheat. And then it starts to slide.
3.5 seconds up on his.
Okay.
That's yeah.
Let's watch this.
Let's watch this
I
then.
want
Yeah.
to see it.
It is on track for a 56. Bit of the grass, but kept the foot down. Still 3.5.
Wow.
Yeah. This could be a big improvement for the number 2 track design racing AMG. Yeah. Great run into Schwalbenschwanz. The exit.
Good. Yeah, good run out of Kleine Karussell. Yeah,
Let's wait.
White, good. Yeah, down with the throttle and just blast it.
I had a little bit of room on the outside, so not sure about that. Lost a little bit. See, you have to maximize the track usually to get the maximum speed. Still, maybe he will get a little bit of a tow. His teammate Wahata really slowed down enough to provide him a little bit of tow. Could be. Let's see. Nah, he's too far.
No.
The gap is too big. Lugi 3. Still, it's an improvement.
You
So
can see. Yet again, a little bit of a loss because of the shitty exit.
Yeah.
We said it. Yeah.
it's still a mid 56 is possible. And good run out of the chicane. So improvement for Lugi incoming. It is a 56.6.
Wow.
Nice. So improvement on that second lap is possible. But probably
Cap off. Second lap.
Yep. But not for the ultimate pole position time. Cookies then with the pole, pretty sure 53.6. No one will be improving on that. Fresh also now with an 8 minutes something. We saw Windfire 56.2, just stays in front of Lugi with that one. Mati,
a bit of a wiggle of the guy, you saw it.
Yeah.
He says, no, I could have done better.
Probably, yeah. Still looks to be like a second row start for the team. And 56.592 for Drift King. And what is Lugi's time? 56.6. Ah, okay, so Drift King will probably be P4. So we have an AMS row number 2. By the looks.
So that means we have to aim at row 2 to smash off the track. Just kidding.
Exactly. So yeah, again, mental qualifying session the pace. So who is in P7? It is a 57.9 that puts you into P7.
Wow. That is some pace. That's ridiculous. This is, I am not kidding. This is beyond. I've never expected that it's going to be this quick.
So let's see the official game results. Time, so ignore the time on the left.
Ridiculous this.
We have to look at the best lap. So Cookies with that 7:53.6 takes pole position. It will be Mohata on the front row with a 54.187. And we have
that is really good.
And we have the 56 crew. 3 drivers in the 56s with 56.2 for Windfire, P3, Drift King, P4 with a 0.59. And so close for Lugi in the end with a 0.69. So that probably that little wiggle and not carrying the speed out of Kainkopf for the Tetchinger, it cost him probably the second row start. It is P5 then for the number 2 TDR AMG alongside with the Feel Good Racing BMW. That's Mati. Sit in the third row and fourth row. We will have then Fresh for Tornado Racing. And I forgot about the other positions we lost during qualifying one, but I think it was the second GT Finland races. Yeah, Shadow, I think it was. But yeah, that is like the Superpole.
Yeah, so, but this is too quick, too much, and beyond. How do you get, first of all, a sub 8? Okay, that's good, but how do you get in the 53s?
It is, yeah. So, all right. So next up will be the main race. Then tomorrow, I will then say thank you for your co-comms, and I will go on to the end stream and stream screen now, and then you won't be heard. So you have.
Thank you as well.
You can say thank you and whatever you want now to chat. And we will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you.
On the track. And
thank you so much, Jaeger.
In the booth as well. So later on for the event. Watch out for that.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll be there, and thank you very much.
All right. See you there. So I'm going.
I love it what you guys do.
To the end stream and get on to the program. So yeah, that's now most of it done with qualifying session, the Tourewagen Legenden DTM support race and qualifying session. Now we have the green flag tomorrow, 15:10 10 British summertime here. So stream will be up probably at the latest 15:00, maybe a bit earlier, and then we will cover the entire race for the 24 hours. So yeah, hope to see you there. Have a good night if you're in Europe, Britain, whatever, or rest of the day if you're in Australia, America, whatever. And yeah, see you then for the big one. Bye bye.